But no, it's one-dimensional thinking. It's trying to create three-dimensional. You have to think three-dimensionally and treat three-dimensionally to get three-dimensionally out of the body. Does that make sense? Now, we got to see if it's true, though. See, that's the concept, but I've got to put the techniques together. Now, oh, by the way, I think even the conversation must have helped him. Because that's sure different than it was a moment ago. Now, if I want to put a technique on that spine, I've probably got a better chance of something happening. Now, so there's those moves that I'm adding to the back line, which are now advanced things that are joint work and neurological work to affect the line. The line is just a beginning point of fascial continuity. Lots of things can affect fascia. That's what I've learned. And now you can see the skin. I didn't go deep to do that. That's pretty cool. And, oh, by the way, I've got hamstring change out of the spine because it's a line. Now, one more element in this one. That's the shift. So, as we bring his hands, if he can, just down for a second, I'll make this quick. He doesn't go that way, he goes this way. So I set him in ease, he pushes in bind. Now, here and here, Rice, not your shoulders, not your hip, just where my hands are, lightly translate left. Perfect. Don't use that right shoulder, leave it alone. Perfect. All I need is about 5, 7, there you go, perfect. Release. I may even give him a moment to breathe, and then I'm going to push it back and forth. Active, passive, right? Active, passive, direct, indirect. Active, passive, direct, indirect. Constantly using those, every bit through the body. Oh, we got one, didn't we? Now let your head relax. Put it where you want. You can turn it if you need to. Take it. Yeah, that's strong, huh? What are you feeling?
Sense of ease again.
Sense of ease.
Not warmth this time.
Not warmth. Now, the spine was the big one because the spinal nerves went, thank you. Ah, we got something kicking now. Let it rest for a second. All right. Okay, so that's some of the back line you can practice, and I'll come table teach it, but I'm going to show you the lateral line now too. So you'll have a little back line more to add, and I'll table teach some things. Now, so what I'll do is I'll introduce sort of one big thing, and then I keep building little pieces into it. So before long, what started off as really simple now has lots of elements. Okay, onto your side. Face that way. Okay. Now, we got some backline work. Now I'm going to double this pillow up for you. That's about what I want. This hand comes back generally, and now we have a perfect setup, generally speaking. Sure, I wouldn't mind the lower a little pulled back, but I'm going to leave him the way he is as I assess, because we can play with that. Okay, so we check the mediation of the line. That's good. This is very normally quite adhered, and it is on him. And he's got a beautifully tight, gloriously tight IT band. He's actually not bad here. It's right through the middle. Would be, see, I could, my son-in-law's partner is a percussionist. She could have some fun off of this. It's a bit of a drum head. That's really good. Now, he's going down but not up. Slight movement on the surface, but if I held further and just tried to move the bone, not much. And corkscrews, okay, but well, not okay. It's a little bit of movement. If we check this piece, that's as far as he goes up and down. No downward movement, hardly any upward movement, a little bit of forward movement, and only backward movement. If I check the roll, I think back is a little easier than forward, but he's actually pretty good. I check the twist. That's ease. So now in the ease position, he already is releasing, just hanging him there. I'm just going to drift. It's turning out drifting him forward is better than back now. I'm just going to wait. Here comes release. Starting to get some motion off that, starting to get some twist. And so then I'll shift to front and back line. Together up, together down, down in front, up and back. That's tight. That's pretty good. That's the ease. Down in front, up and back. Now I wait. Because this is such, we know, oh, we got to release straight away off that. You can feel a little click, clunk in the lumbar. I could add a little check on what? That pubic symphysis too, couldn't I? Just put another, just a little extra stack in it. So you'll find that you'll play with the stacks and you just can build them, deconstruct them, construct them, any order you want because you're playing with 3 planes. I got to drop my shoulders a bit, the table's not right, so I'm going to now use my chest. I can get away with this because I'm not a woman laying my breasts on him there, although I'm sure one day he would probably wish that. No, that's an inappropriate comment. But there we go. Whoa.
Again, the sense of ease and the warmth again.
Yeah, see for him then that's kicking up. Again now the most delicate area of course, because again of women is to be careful through here. With a guy, if you can get away with it, you can put the flat of your hand. With a woman obviously you use that. Just rest over me please. Roll you forward, head into the cradle. Up, together up. There you go. That's it. That's right. This area on everybody gets so tight. Later, we're going to use anterior posterior pushing to open up the hinge more. Okay. Yeah, and he's drifting back now, and now a little better. See, now what's happening, I can feel the pectoral fascia needs work. If I needed to grasp, and again, you can do this with a guy, and we have to be careful with a woman. I could just now do what? Just like you saw, squeeze. If I feel the localized, there it goes, localized tissue needs some work. Better. Now, of course, has anyone worked on this in a while? No. Poor capsule. Holding the burden of the world on his shoulders. We'll get to this. This is day 4-ish. We'll get to the shoulders, yeah. That's a fair bit. Let's check further. Oh, down the line, that's better. Ah, the tension in the ITB has decreased. Lateral line work. If you've got an ITB problem before you foam roll, make sure above and below are clear of it. Then ask him to foam roll. So the question about who is asking the foam roll question, do some treatment on that line and then have them do the foam roll and see if you get some mileage out of it, right? Because that's the difference. Correct? That's the difference. Got to create another factor in there to see if if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, instead of completely dismissing it as creating pain, is to bring it in as another tool with the line work, and I bet you'll start, that feels better too, doesn't it? Okay, that's what you're going to play with.
Feels lighter.
Yeah. Good. Now we got to sort of reproduce it for you. You have to reproduce it.